A new night in Providence. The funeral of a drowned boy. Was just last week. And already the town seems to have forgotten. Time rolls on, and in the Heartland, death, sorrow, tears, and blood are all sown in with the crops. Generations of hardship have made these people who they are. And after the thoughts and prayers for the boy have faded away, everyone goes back to their daily routines and await the next report of terrible news. It's Friday night in the Heartland. The sun is set, and in a town this small, the sidewalks usually get rolled up just before sunset. But in Providence, things happen on Friday nights. The wealthier folks in the area get dressed and drive into one of the two cities for dinner, or a movie, or maybe a drink at a bar, maybe all three. The ones who aren't wealthy, and that's about 99% of them, much like the rest of the country, find other things to do. Maybe they go camping, fishing at a nearby lake, drive down to Knoll and go canoeing, or swim in the river, do some spelunking. There's usually a party out in the fields or woods somewhere where the local teenagers are hanging out and doing things they aren't supposed to do. Sometimes it's a party in town that happens amongst some of the population who just like to tear up on the weekends. The Heartland, contrary to popular belief, gets quite active once the sun goes down and everything gets dark. Tonight isn't much different, and the county sheriff's deputy, Roy Applebaum, is on duty. I think he does 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. on Fridays. I'm not sure. Cruising through the few streets of Providence, patrolling the miles of country roads, some paved, many are not, and then a jaunt up and down the short stretch of highway, hoping to maybe catch a speeder or maybe even a DUI before the State Highway Patrol cruises through. Rinse and repeat. Sounds boring, perhaps, but I imagine Roy has stories he could tell us. Roy, how long have you had this beat, and what are your ambitions? Are you just looking forward to retirement, or maybe getting under that sheriff's badge?
I've been in this town 5 or so years. Gosh, probably closer to 6 these days. I don't want to be stuck in this fucking town the rest of my goddamn life. Sure as hell don't want to be the fucking sheriff for this county. Ain't nothing here. What I want is to get back into big city policing. This town's too small for me.
Interesting. Big city police, huh? You're out driving around. Just before the sunset, you pass Will Hutchison going in the opposite direction, probably on his way into Joplin. He throws you that silent Heartland greeting that says both hello, goodbye, and I'm serious about what I said the other day. Out here in the country, you can communicate so many things with a slight wave, a nod, tip of the hat, and everyone seems to pick up on every message instinctively. Cruising through Providence, Roy, you see ELLIOT has returned home from work or school. The lights are still on at the Blue Rose, and you see Wendell locking up the cafe in Bait. Looks like he's got some other local. You can't make out the face as he's sitting on the curb, bent over, puking between his legs. Wendell's always been pretty good at making sure his customers get home safely after having too many. The dispatcher gets on the radio. and tells you that there is a disturbance at the Sundowner Mobile Park. Seems a crowd is riled up, or a disturbance of some sort. It was called in from a neighbor.
Last place I want to be on a Friday fucking night.
Sundowner does have a bit of a reputation.
Well, I won't flip on the lights just yet, but I'll start heading that direction.
It doesn't take too long. It's on the northeast side of town.
I don't want to give them too much warning.
Right.
So I'm not going to flip on the lights till I get there.
Do you drive with your windows down during the summer, or you like to blow the AC?
Windows down.
You can hear the crowd before you get there. There's about a dozen people gathered in the main drive inside the trailer park, about 50 yards inside the community. There's dilapidated trailers, tool sheds line the gravel path on both sides. Every lot has old appliances, broken down implements, or cars of some sort sitting out and around. There's this overwhelming sense of decay. Everything has a little bit of rust, or a lot of rust, extreme weathering, dents, smashes, cracks, damages of all kinds. Nothing in this place is entirely whole, including the people. A worn rebel flag flutters in the exhaust from a window AC unit, while their neighbor has a swastika spray-painted graffiti-like on its front door. No good artistry. Yelling and excitement can be heard from the crowd as you pull up. Nobody turns to look at you. What do you do?
That fucking Canadian show made this shit seem almost quaint. Ain't nothing like this. He gets out of the car, flips on a flashlight, starts shining it towards people's heads. I'm sure he knows the local denizens as well as anything.
Almost
so I'm
all
sure
of them.
He sees all the familiar faces.
The crowd consists of men and women, from old to young. There's a couple toddlers standing in their diapers, dirty fingers stuck in their slobbering mouths. It seems as though there are the Decker brothers in the center of this circle, having some sort of altercation, as they typically do when they start hitting up the crystal on a Friday. That would be your guess.
I'll unbutton the flap that holds my sidearm in, keep a hand on it, flashlight's in my left, and I'll approach. Hey! What's going on here?
Nobody's paying attention. You have to sort of yell and elbow your way through this circle of crowd, and you can see Travis Decker and Richie Decker. Travis is the oldest brother in a family of meth heads. He went to work and got certified to process whole animals, and he's known as a butcher, hogs and cattle. Keeps busy during deer season. He's probably the only honest worker in the Decker family. Richie Decker, his younger and much rowdier brother, is known to be a meth dealer for the local motorcycle gang known as the Honkies. They're both spun out.
Motherfucker. Can I get to the edge of the circle that's formed around him?
Let's act under pressure. Oh, this crowd is, while typically very responsive to law enforcement, you never know what the response is going to be, but they typically respond. In this particular case, they seem to be paying you no mind.
11.
An 11. You do fight your way through the crowd. You get your toes stepped on a couple of times. You can't really make out what these two are arguing about. The crowd is rather rowdy, but they're all just egging these two on to fight, is what they're trying to get them to do. In their little gladiator ring. Richie's wearing a cut-off sleeve denim riding jacket with the standard of the honkies on the back, which is the top half round patch reads family values. The bottom half reads honor is loyalty. And the crest is an open-mouthed skull with 2 lightning bolts behind it. Very specific lightning bolts. Mm-hmm. Travis is in jeans and a stained white t-shirt. You can smell them when you get to the front of the crowd. They probably haven't bathed in days. It appears as one of them has wronged the other. The big one. The older one, Travis Decker, has affronted his younger brother Richie, or Richie keeps blabbing about something. What do you say when you get there? Your toe hurts. It got stomped on by some big fucker.
Hey, steel-toed boots.
He was a big fucker.
All right, you fucking tweaker shits. Everybody calm down or I'm going to have to start shooting folk.
Richie says, he's the younger one. This motherfucker ripped me off. Sheriff, you need to cuff him up and haul his ass to jail.
Richie, in what way did he rip you off? Was it in any way, potentially, related to the illicit dealing of, I don't know, methamphetamines? And be careful how you answer me.
I don't do that no more, Sheriff. You know that. Look at me. I'm clean. And he gives you this big grin with like his brown, rotten, whatever remains of his front teeth. He obviously looks blazed.
Oh, I'm sure, Richie. So how did he rip you off then?
He starts telling you this story about how his brother came in and took his duffel bag that had some important stuff in it. You know, collectibles and things.
Mm-hmm.
As you are listening to this mealy-mouthed tirade of almost incomprehensible bullshit, you see a very large, naked man run past the crowd on the other side and runs into one of the trailers. So I told him, Sheriff, to give me my shit back or I'm gonna kick his ass. I don't care if he's my older brother or not. It's only by 1 goddamn year.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I am inclined to let you dumb motherfuckers beat the shit out of each other. However, you're disturbing the peace, and I can't have that. Now, which one of y'all am I taking in tonight?
What do you mean, taking in?
Well, maybe I'll cuff you and leave you in the back of my car for a couple hours. Might clean you up a little bit, who knows?
Travis is saying something about not stealing anything. And why don't you fucking tell the sheriff what was really in that duffel bag? That sort of stuff. There's
Oh, please.
somebody tugging at your uniform shirt. It's making you uncomfortable because it's only about 8 inches above where your pistol is.
My hand's still on my pistol. It never left the grip. Against my better judgment, I'll look down to see what's tugging at me.
It is the old man, Enid, Enid. He's got a little bit of dementia, or known to be. You've picked him up wandering around town, not knowing where he is a little bit. And you turn around and he drops his pants and points at his junk and says, "Officer Roy, why does this hurt so bad?"
Enid, I don't fucking know. Why don't you go see
Look
the
at
doctor?
it. It's got something dripping.
That's real fucking disgusting,
You
Enid.
can hear some.
And I just look at the crowd behind him. Somebody get this motherfucker out of my face right now.
You hear his wife, who is teeny tiny. She looks like she's about this big around and probably weighs 50 pounds compared to him, who's a rather larger, older man with a great big gut. You can hear her, "Hey, Enid! God damn it!" And she comes from the crowd and grabs him and starts to pull him through. That's about the time Travis punches Richie in the face. What do you do now?
Oh, fuck's sake. And I'll refasten the button and drop the flashlight and grab at whichever one of them is closer and yell at the crowd to grab the other one.
You grab Richie. The crowd is cheering. They don't follow your direction.
Well, then I'm gonna have to fling Richie onto the ground and grab the taser instead.
Ooh. Tell me what you do. I'm not even going to let you roll. I'm going to let you do it. What does Officer Roy do?
I got Richie in a half Nelson, an arm under each of his armpits, and I just strong arm fling him as far away from his brother as I can. Slap the taser on my belt right next to the sidearm and just jab it into Travis's side, like right in the ribs.
He goes down, or, doubles over.
All right, you fucking trash, break it up now. Now I got to haul both these motherfuckers in. Get your blood sport? You happy?
One of the guys eventually from the crowd helps out. He sees Travis getting back up. It's a look in his face. So he jumps in. You
Sorry,
got them
one
both.
of the crowd jumped in?
Yeah, one of the guys from the crowd. And he helps you out. The rest of the crowd doesn't seem to care. They're cheering on. They cheered when you punched him. They cheered when he punched him. Anything makes this crowd happy. A little more riled up tonight than usual. You can see one guy sitting over on the porch of a particular trailer, and you're pretty certain he's shooting up. You get the cuffs on. The gentleman will help you get them both into your car. Anything else you want to do or say while you're around these guys?
Before or after I leave? Like, am I still talking to the crowd? Is the crowd dispersing?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, I mean, they're going to watch. They're all going to stand around and watch until you drive away. They're not
About what time is it?
dispersing, so to speak.
Right. About what time is it?
8.
I'm sure y'all got some fucking game shows or some dumb bullshit you want to go watch instead of this nonsense. Get the fuck back in your houses. Or for the love of God, I'm gonna start shooting people because this is too much bullshit for me tonight. All right?
They start to slowly scatter off. One of the little toddlers goes over to where the guy finishes his rig. They help you get into a car. And you can go take care of business. And this is when
God, I fucking hate this town.
We'll go over to Elliot's house. Elliot, you're at home. You're with your mom and Oliver. Your mom, Georgia Hammonds, the local post office worker, the post person, mail woman, everything.
Postmaster, man.
Postmaster. Handling 2 zip codes from 2 different states in one little bitty town. Georgia Hammonds, very bubbly, tough, salt of the earth type.
Oh, yeah.
When you got home, she was sitting on the front porch with Oliver. What do you guys have for dinner?
What night is it again? What day is it again?
Friday.
It's Friday. Friday's pizza night. She gets pizza on Friday nights.
Oh. Nice. Take and bake, or do you get it already done?
You know, it depends. Sometimes we get some DiGiorno's. I'll bring it back from the store. Sometimes I'll pick up some Domino's. Something cheap, fast, easy. Tonight was DiGiorno's.
DiGiorno's. Nice.
Stuffed crust.
Well, as long as you stick to your mom's rule, no fish, no fruit. That's her only rule about pizza.
Yep.
So she says, "What are you doing tonight?"
Do you have a plan? Did you want to go do something?
No, I'm not doing nothing. I thought I might watch a movie with Oliver. And you gonna go over to the Blue Rose? I see you two been kind of friendly again lately.
Yeah, and she gets kind of embarrassed and she sinks into the porch a little bit. They're sitting out there as the fireflies are kind of coming out, and she just kind of starts looking around and tries not to be too obvious about how excited she is to know that her and Spella are talking again. Yeah, I know. I don't know why. Do you mind like watching Oliver tonight? Would that be?
Of course I don't mind. And I would like you to roll plus charisma.
Not very charming.
She gives you this look and a grin, and she says, "What is that look you're giving me?"
What look? Mom, come on. It's just my face. It's my face.
I know it's your face, honey. I'm talking about this look in your eyes when you started talking about Sabella.
What are you have you been drinking? Were you drinking before I got home? It is Friday.
You know I only have 2 beers on Friday. I can see clearly. And you're pulling those things you used to try to pull when you didn't want to tell me stuff when you were a teenager. So just lay it out. I assume you're friends.
Yes, of course we're friends. I mean, we've been best friends since we were in kindergarten. I don't know. What are you talking about?
I mean, you guys weren't close too much over the last couple of years. I mean, you were friendly.
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, you've been over there like
you and Regina down the
2 or
block
3
used to
times in
hang
the
out
last
all the
couple of
time
weeks.
together. Oh, come on. You and Regina down the block used to hang out all the time. And now, where's Regina? Mom, huh? Why aren't you hanging out with Regina?
That's called deflection, and I'll not have it. Now, I asked you a straight question. I expect a straight answer.
Nothing. I just, it's nice to hang out with someone your own age that isn't small. And she like pats Oliver on the head. You just, it's nice, I guess, to connect, hang out, be friends.
Yeah, she grabs Oliver and like gives him the in his neck, and who wouldn't want to hang out with this boy just 24/7? Look how cute he is. He bats her away and goes back to playing with his toy. I'm just making conversation, new things happen in your life, changes. I know she's always been your friend, but friend level 5, friend level 7. So I'm just curious. She's not, you're not like getting into any of that weird stuff, are you? I've delivered some mail to her, and I've seen some packages from some, places that I've heard about.
Is this the part where you're questioning my decisions again?
I'm not questioning your decisions, honey. I'm just making sure that you're being safe.
Okay. And she just turns around and starts looking out the front yard. They've had this argument before where she's like, I'm a grown adult. My friends and I do what my friends and I do. And Sabella is not harmful. The things that we do are not evil by any means.
Well, she says, I think you should probably give her a call. I'll watch Oliver. Why don't you call her and see if she wants to hang out tonight?
Okay. All right. Are you just like that pushy to get me out of the house? Do you have like something going on you want to share while we're sharing, Mom? And she's pulling out her cell phone as she's joking with her.
Nope. It's just nice to see you smile. See you out and about doing things besides work and school and homework and school and work and school.
All right, Mama. And she kisses her on the cheek, goes in the house and dials Sabella.
Sabella, are you there?
I didn't hear any ringing.
Ring, ring.
Is
ring,
my
ring.
phone on vibrate?
It might be.
Okay, yeah. She'll reach into her back pocket and pull out her phone. See that it's Elle calling.
Indeed it
and
is.
she remembers the... What?
Just out of curiosity, what does it say
Yes.
when her number comes up? Just Elliot, or do you have something cute or witty? Just curious.
No, it just says L, and then it has a couple stupid emojis. It has like the duck emoji and the poop emoji. And maybe like a heart.
Maybe like a heart.
But the black heart, obviously.
Oh,
Gotcha.
yeah. Hell yeah.
No special
Aesthetic.
1000%.
No special ring.
No. Sabella usually keeps her phone on vibrate anyway, or silent. She doesn't really... Ringtones aren't her thing.
Very good. All right, I'll let you guys have the phone.
But she sees that it's She sees that it's Elle, and she kind of freaks out a little bit because of the last phone call she got from her, which was panicked and very confusing. So she answers it right away. Hello?
Hey, man, what is up?
Hi, everything, nothing. Are you okay?
Yeah. No, everything's fine. Everyone's fine. Nothing was wrong. I know last time I called, I was kind of in a panic situation, but no, everybody is fine. They're great, actually. Sorry, this is so weird. I'm sorry. She just like face palms a little bit.
No, yeah, you're fine. We're okay. What's up? What's going on? What are you doing?
Right. I'm doing nothing. So it's Friday and you're you, so I'm assuming you're doing nothing. Why don't we get together and do nothing together?
Yeah, well, we didn't, have that happy hour at Wendell's. I could go grab a bottle of wine or something.
Oh, yeah, sure. Why not? And we can have a regular old-fashioned night in like we used to. I've got a baggie in my dresser, and she's like trying to like run away from her mom a little bit.
Sabella makes that face even though Elle can't hear it. She goes, yeah, uh-huh. Some
Devil's lettuce?
yeah, the jazz cabbage.
Oh yeah, that wacky grass baby. And she's already like walking to her room.
Yeah, heck yeah, bro. And like, I don't know, we could like call in takeout. That shitty Chinese place, maybe?
Yes, please. And I will refuse to use chopsticks because I'm too stupid to figure it out, as per usual. That has not changed.
I mean, yeah. Who uses chopsticks?
Well, I mean, there's people that use chopsticks of a very particular area.
Okay, but we're in what? Bumfuck nowhere. Who uses chopsticks? Does your mom use chopsticks?
No, I would assume the cows use chopsticks, actually. And she's in her room digging out the baggie.
Cows have hooves.
Are you being discriminatory against cows, Sabella?
No, I'm just saying, can you imagine? And she's like walking around the blue rose, like talking to her very animatedly. Like, can you imagine these cows out here trying to do chopsticks like Spock?
Oh my god, that would actually make my day. Do you remember that show? It was like Backyard Barnyard Animals, something like that, like on the TV when we were real young, and the cow like stood up on his back legs and like that's what I imagine. That
show gave me nightmares. That was terrifying.
It was horrible.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh yeah,
I'm having flashbacks.
Oh yeah. God. Oh
no. God, maybe give me 30 to just run to the liquor store and grab that bottle of wine, and you can be over here.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yes, of course it's cool. Of course it is awesome. And I am sneaking this into my backpack as we speak. Don't tell anybody. I don't want to get it pulled over.
Who am I going to tell? What person am I going to call up? Officer goddamn sour apple bottom Roy?
That freaking douchebag. I don't want his ass. No.
Roy.
Hell no.
No.
Hell no. She's like grabbing her backpack and she's headed towards the door.
Yeah, just come in through the back door. I'm gonna close up the rows. So just hop on in like normal.
All right. I will see you in like 30.
Cool. And she's like, okay, bye.
Dope, bye. And she just hangs up.
And then we do the 30 minutes goes by and we are at the Blue Rose.
What a time jump.
Yeah. Nice little time jump. So, what are you guys doing? What do you guys do when you hang out and besides get high.
We drink.
Or,
Yeah, we're
Did you
also
miss that part
drinking.
too? Excuse me.
I know my
Wacky
call.
grass.
So, what's the conversation about?
It's like, you know, when you haven't seen a friend like in forever, but you can still talk about anything and everything just like you did before you haven't seen them in forever. It's like that. Like we just pick right back up and we talk about, you know, her mom, and we talk about, you know, Oliver, and I tell her that Babadook got a new collar because he broke out of his old one, so now he's wearing green instead of red.
But it matches his eyes.
Exactly.
It's so cute.
So just the casual stuff.
Yeah.
Do you guys
Mhm.
have any snacks with your stuff?
We're in takeout.
Yeah, we got
Oh,
takeout.
that's right. Yeah, Chinese.
Chinese.
Now I have to
And we're not using chopsticks.
put
No.
She
chopsticks
probably
in.
threw the chopsticks at her.
And I attempted to use them only to drop chicken and then
Yeah.
pick it up with my fingers and eat it because
Yeah. And I was like, I haven't swept, you know, in a minute.
No,
it's
yeah,
fine.
you
Probably-
5-second rule.
Pretty gross.
It's
Okay.
right on in.
Dirt don't hurt. You're right. You're right.
It's good for the immune system. Strengthens it. I've seen Oliver eat worse things off the floor, ma'am.
Ew. I don't even want to know what Oliver has put in his mouth. Honestly, that
you
just
really-
sounds. Ugh.
Yeah, you know.
Mm.
It's pretty bad.
Elliot, or no, Sabella, make a roll for me, and roll +0.
Me?
Yep.
Oh man. All right.
You.
Hold on. There we go.
Not too bad. The conversation, and you mention the words "in the mouth," and a flash hits your brain of the green, mossy, slimy pond algae, whatever that green stuff was that kept coming out of the Fincher boy's mouth with Daisy that day at the strip mine pond. Elliot, you just sort of see this memory flash across her face. I mean, it's not like, doesn't spin her off or anything like that, but you can just sort of see this, you know, a shivering moment.
Right. Well, weird things in the mouth happen sometimes, I guess. Anyways,
Yeah. Yeah.
right. And things get a little awkward because she just remembered the little boy that's dead from seaweed or sea kelp or whatever it is.
Let me ask you-
But you know, maybe it wasn't so bad. You know, maybe.
Maybe what? What wasn't?
Never mind.
Elliot.
We don't need to go there.
What is your personal thoughts on this story? You weren't there. You didn't witness it.
No,
How do you-
Elliot kind of doesn't.
How do you rationalize
Like, she
it?
doesn't have opinions about things that she's not involved in generally. She just feels bad for the people involved. She obviously believes Sabella when she's like, there was something wrong about the way that he died. And she believes Daisy when they both say, like, you know, shit did not happen the way that people say it happened. But she also doesn't really form her own opinions on it just because she's like, I wasn't there. It's none of my business. It's very sad that happened, but like, she's like a hands-off kind of person. Like, that's not my job, man.
Isabella, what has been the response from the community about that story? Have you heard people talking?
I mean, from what she heard at Windle's, yeah, people are kind of talking about it. You know, I feel like everywhere you look, there's a Facebook post, a rest in peace, Arnie. You know, the family grieving. Sometimes you see like those little signs like out on street posts and shit. So like, yeah, people are talking. They don't really talk to me, but I hear them. I see it.
Right. You two can have a conversation. I was just curious.
You don't think I'm crazy, right?
About what? Like that? No, God, no. Why would I think you're crazy?
I mean, I told you, what I saw, and I told Roy what I saw, and
that fucking shit stain, I swear to God.
It was just Daisy in there with me, and people don't like Daisy too much either. And am I losing my mind? Like, I know what I saw, Elle.
Dude, if any of us is gonna lose our mind, it's me. Like, seriously, it's probably me. Let's be honest. You've been like the one that it's always chill. You were the one that always is like, oh, Elle, don't do that. You're gonna get in trouble. And then you weren't wrong. I did get in trouble.
Yeah, you did.
Remember the time I got suspended for like 2 weeks for putting mashed potatoes in that one whore Stacy's locker?
Well, Stacy fucking deserved it. She was a twat.
Right? But who told me not to do it? Because I was gonna get caught.
Well, yeah, I did, because you were doing it in the middle of the school day. Like, what? How did you not think you were gonna get caught?
I thought I had the powers of a ninja. I am fairly sneaky, but all right, so luck wasn't on my side that time. But you are the rational one. That is your job. I'm the irrational one. I make just decisions on the fly, and you try to talk me out of it.
You're right. But as the irrational one, does what I saw make sense to you?
Well, if we thought about it logically and assumed that there wasn't weird shit going on in the world, and weird stuff didn't happen all the time, like crop circles and shit like that,
Oh, do you
I
believe in
probably would
crop
say you're
circles
crazy.
and stuff?
Of course.
No.
Oh.
Like shit happens in the world, and it's weird, and you come up with ways to rationalize it. And if yours is that it was all this weird goo, then it was the weird goo, and that's your rationale for it. And I'm not going to say that you're crazy for that.
Though, like, I've had, I guess, a connection with like spiritual stuff. I call it spiritual. The witchy shit that they say about me. I've always been interested in that, right?
Right, because it's
Right.
dope, and
It is, and I really feel a connection to it. And like, sometimes I wonder though, like, I mean, I know that there's bad shit out there,
right.
but like, what if bad shit was here specifically?
What
We
if,
probably have existential crises.
Isabella, do you have anything that you might be able to prove something in some fashion to your friend?
Oh,
Quick
yeah,
supernatural evidence. Huh?
I mean, the crystal ball, the tarot cards, and she like gets up. I assume we're like just in the living room on the floor.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. She gets up and she goes to her room, and you hear like some shuffling or like some drawers opening and closing, and she comes back with her like some crystals and a deck of cards.
Elliot has lit a joint, is just waiting patiently.
Hell yeah. Sabella goes over to the table and she starts shuffling the deck.
Ooh.
We're doing this now?
Yeah, I want to show you. Like, I'm not bullshitting. I really think, you know.
I never said you were bullshitting. I don't
I
think
know, but I feel like I'm talking like I'm crazy, and I just want you to know that I'm not crazy.
Okay.
And I just want to. Just
Okay.
come here. Just come here.
And she's already getting off the floor, and she's like looking around for an ashtray. Like, I don't want to use something that's not an ashtray, but also I will grab something random if you don't get me one. Is the look on her face?
And she like looks for like the nearest ashtray like thing. Sabella smokes, Daisy smokes, everyone smokes, but she doesn't have a fucking ashtray. What's wrong with me? She gets a cup. I don't know.
You've probably got like the.
Meanwhile, Ella's just holding it like this, walking, hoping to not get ash on the carpet.
An incense tray.
That'll do. It's perfect. Awesome. And then she just flicks it and then hands you the joint.
Perfect. And she takes it and she like pokes it in her mouth while she's still shuffling the cards.
All right. Show me what you got, baby.
So
Let's do this.
here's the first thing. You pull out these cards, Sabella. And as you are shuffling them, you are noticing that there's something off about your cards. These don't look like the tarot cards you had. Why don't you roll me a keep it together?
Will do.
So you don't have to.
Oh no.
We're not to the level where I'm going to put you crying in a corner, but we are to a point to where with that you notice it, but you also know that you can't freak out about it right here in front of Elliot, because that's immediately going to taint anything that you're trying to do in this moment.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you just have that information, and you are uneasy about it. It is upsetting to you because, one, where did these cards come from? Two, where are your cards? Right? I imagine that people with tarot cards have a very personal attachment to their particular cards, a spiritual connection, perhaps. So,
Yeah.
before we go to break, why don't we
because she
draw
has
the 5 cards? Yeah, she has what?
Okay.
No, tell us what you're going to say.
She has multiple decks. She has one for downstairs in the Blue Rose, the ones that she normally uses, like with Daisy. But then she has her like special ones that are in her room that she was going to get. But what the fuck are these?
So these should have been your special ones.
Draw some cards. Okay.
Yeah, and you can elaborate however you would to Elliot as you draw these cards.
Okay, well first. And she like goes over to the light switch and she flicks the switch so the lights are off. She'll grab a pumpkin spice scented candle.
You just see the glow of the joint in Elliot's mouth.
Yeah. She grabs a pumpkin spice scented candle and whatever Bath and Body bullshit she has laying around. Because all of her good candles are downstairs in the rows. She just has a million candles. Always. And she lights them, puts them on both sides, of the table, and then she like fans out the cards face down in her hands. I want you to pick 5. Don't look at them. They can be random. They can be all together. Just touch them.
Just touch
Just
5.
pull them. Just pull them out of the deck.
Like one at a time, or like
Just pull them out of the deck, however you see fit.
Okay, all right, okay. She like tentatively reaches forward and grabs like one from the very center.
Oh my god! Today, Grandma.
Do you, Curtis? Do you want me to actually place down?
Yeah, you guys go ahead. Yeah, you can
No,
choose
wait.
one. Oh,
Don't do that.
no. Don't
This
do
is
that.
very specific in tarot. I'm doing it.
Okay.
So she's holding just the one card and just
Take
staring at me like, what do I do?
All 5 of
Oh.
the cards out of my hands and hold them in your hands, please.
Before I place them on the table?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I get you. I'm on the same page now. All right, I got it. I got you. Okay, I got you.
Take
And
these
she hands you the
cards.
joint. She just sticks the joint in your mouth for you.
She like takes a long drag and just like
And then takes it back and sticks it in her mouth and then grabs like 3 more cards, places in her hand, and is like then trying to count how many she has because she kind of forgot.
have 4.
5, and then she
One
just
more.
grabs
Okay.
the center again. Okay, I
Great.
have 5.
And now Sabella puts them all back in a deck. Not the ones that you have. You still have yours. She puts the ones in her hands over to the side. Now just close your eyes and breathe. Don't put them down on the table. Just keep holding them in your hands. You can shuffle them if you want. Feel the cards.
She still has the joint in her mouth and she's
Yeah.
like inhaling it. So she's like,
Don't say anything.
Okay.
And Sabella like closes her eyes too. And she takes a few breaths. And she waits a few moments, maybe a moment longer than Elle would have liked. And then she just reaches out kind of blindly and she grabs her hands in hers. Like,
you
over
definitely
top.
see a little like cringe on Elle's face.
And she's like, okay, give me the cards.
Okay. And she just like holds them out like, please don't. Here you go.
And Sabella takes them, and from top down, she starts placing them on the table face down. Okay, let's start left to right. My left to right. Okay?
Okay, what do we...
Just
Do I flip them over? Are you doing that?
I'm flipping them for you.
Okay, thanks.
And she looks at the first card that's placed down. Doesn't work. Oh, cool. And she just nods and looks at it, not saying anything. And then again, she draws another card, or she flips the other card over.
Elle leans forward and kind of looks at it and she's like, is that good? Is that bad? That looks kind of gnarly. I mean, it's cool, but...
Spella just looks at her. Doesn't say anything.
Sorry.
Again, she flips another over.
Mm-hmm.
And again. And she just doesn't say anything as she's flipping all of these over. She's just looking, and maybe she'll nod, or maybe she'll stare at it for a beat longer.
Elle just keeps glancing from the cards back to Sabella's face.
Huh. This is proof. This is it. Do you see what this is?
Sure. No. I have no idea what this means. If you could break it down for those of us in the room.
You have 2 face cards, something with an image, but they're overpowered by these symbol cards, the moons and the eyes, the crescents. But you have more crescents than you have eyes.
More croissants?
No, not something you eat chicken salad off of on a Sunday brunch.
Just,
Crescents like the moon, like waxing and waning.
Okay, yeah, I got it. I was trying to make you feel better. Sorry, go on. Sorry.
These are your cards. They're you put into them, and it worries me. I'm actually a little nervous.
Are you trying to look at what, her future? Or
yeah, whatever she was thinking or not thinking, or whatever emotions and feelings, basically just her reading.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I guess I'm reading her future.
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm gonna like die at a young age or something, right? Like, it's not that bad, right?
No, it's nothing like. I mean, the future's never set in stone, but.
Thanks, Smala. That was really comforting of you.
I'm sorry. That was probably the wrong thing to say. I'm looking at these.
It's fine.
And they're all, upside down for you, which is weird. Like the 2 face cards are upside down, and like this is really interesting. I just
what?
And then she like grabs the joint, takes a hit. I need a moment.
You take that moment.
They do give you a dark feeling, Sabella. Just for the fans that are watching, I'm going to call these out so that they know what they are. The 9 of Eyes, the Gamachikoth card, which doesn't look very good. A 3 of Crescents, Surreal, which definitely doesn't look good. A demon eating a baby. And the 1 of Crescents are the cards that give Sabella this feeling. And as that dark feeling comes across you and you start to consider what this means for ELLIOT's near future or long future, the trash cans, the metal trash cans that you keep behind the blue rose, fall over. You hear a bang crash of your trash cans going over. And that's where we're going to take our break and do a little tarot interpretation. And we'll be back in about 5 or 10 minutes. We're live.
Hello, Internet.
Everything's working. Good.
Welcome to Game Theory. Sorry.
Oh, I love Matt Bat.
When we left off, Sabella, you had just turned over some tarot cards in your reading of ELLIOT's future. They seem to have disturbed you slightly as you sat back to partake of some, what I'm assuming is medicinal marijuana, as it is not legal in this part of the country, that you heard the trash cans get knocked over. Mm-hmm. But I think ELLIOT, while very concerned about the trash cans, might be slightly more interested in what you read and this reaction you're having to it. So I will turn the scene back over to you.
Whoa, did you hear that?
What was that? Do you still have those metal trash cans out back? Like, is that?
Yeah, I mean, I got like 3 or 4 of them out there.
It's not Babadook, is it? And she starts like looking around, like, oh shit, did he get out?
No, and she calls for him. Does he come?
Does he typically respond like vocally? How does Babadook
Yes.
answer you? My
Yeah,
cat does.
he not vocally, but he'll like come running, and she'll hear the bell on his collar. He always comes when called upon.
You do hear his bell, but it sounds distant. Maybe he's upstairs.
Downstairs.
Your apartment's
We're
upstairs.
Yes,
We're upstairs.
Oh, you're upstairs. Oh, my bad.
we're upstairs.
Downstairs.
We're not in the Blue Rose.
Sorry.
They're downstairs.
I'm with you now.
Okay. Yeah, that makes her feel better that at least she can hear him. But maybe it's just like a raccoon or something.
Possum, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
That one stray cat that everybody just kind of feeds occasionally and hangs out.
Yeah. You don't think I should go out and check, right? And she like glances down at the table and then like back at the door.
Not alone. I would go with you, but also I'm a little stoned. I don't know if we should be.
Yeah.
Paranoia is gonna set in, and
Yeah, that's right. I'm freaking out.
It's
I'm just
fine.
high.
Yeah, it's just that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Uh-huh. But then she like returns her gaze to the table and kind of sighs.
Okay, so, and Elle just like rubs her hands like it's a game show and just like looks at the table with her arms spread. What's new? What is this scary demon? Is that eating a child? That's a lot. Anyways, what is this? What does this mean?
Well, okay. So, I got a couple of things to tell you. Just bear with me here.
Okay. Cool.
This isn't my normal deck, but I get it. I get what it's trying to say because they kind of, I guess you would say that they talk to me.
Cool. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Average, normal. Gotcha. And so these cards that you have here, the first one here, the 9 eyes, it's actually not too bad. It's pretty good actually. It's the card of enlightenment. It's
that's
yeah. So this is like your you card, right? This is who you are. You're a scholar right now. You're going to school. You're bettering yourself. You're being enlightened to.
Well, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. I am a scholar, even though I failed a class. I'm a scholar.
You are, and I'm proud of you for that. That is very good. And this is an okay card. This is you, and I'm proud of you.
Oh.
But then it gets not so great. We got this next one. It's like the god of the angel of death.
Oh, okay. It's fun.
Yeah. So that's not good. And then the fact that it's upside down for you, it's really not good.
But so am I like gonna like die?
No, it's just kind of it kind of leads into the next card. I guess you would say it's like a helper card. It's the card of undoing. So something bad, really bad, is gonna kind of like undo everything that you've set out to do.
A gust of wind blows through your window. Your candles go out.
Oh, okay. Okay. That was a little spooky there, Smella. Can we and she's like fumbling for the lighter she just used to light a joint.
I told you that this was gonna get a little weird and
Hey,
maybe a little bit more personal than I should have started out with, and I'm
we
scaring
are
you, right?
Nope, we are good. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine.
Uh-huh.
I am not weirded out. You are
Okay.
normal. Everything is normal. Everything is fine. The wind blew in the door and blew out the can or in the window and the wind and it's fine. It's totally fine. And she like finally finds the lighter and hands it to Sabella in the dark.
Yeah, Sabella takes it, lights one of the candles, and then she makes eye contact with Elle. Have you thought about killing yourself before? And then she lights the other candle.
You just see Elle like really nervously. She's wearing a tank top today, and there is some scarring on her arms that are too uniform to be accidents. And she kind of rubs those and doesn't make eye contact with Sabella, and she kind of loses that childlike immaturity about her.
Like, because I see this card, and Sabella kind of nudges it, the fourth one. Are you like, when we weren't like really talking, and it was just kind of you, this card suggests like, I don't know, that you were really like thinking about being alone forever and doing not so great things to yourself.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess that card isn't totally wrong. And she's trying to recover really well, but you can tell that one really kind of shook her, rattled her a little bit. Because that was too spot on for her.
You get just a reprieve for a moment, ELLIOT. Babadook comes running up the stairs to your apartment. Where does Babadook go when he is frightened or hurt?
Usually right to my feet. Or he would come to me. He would always come to me. It's kind of like a dog like that.
He runs up the stairs to your feet as you get ready to talk to the fourth card. Or the fifth card. Go about the fifth card.
She grabs him and pulls him onto her lap and just pets him, looking at him like, "Hey, bud. Hey, what's going on, Duke?"
Well,
Babadook never sounded kind of like a man. I wonder what happened there.
He's very masculine cat.
He is the most masculine cat. He gets all of the lady cats that he wants.
meow.
All of the lovely boy cats after him. He is like the bound chick, a wow, thank you, ma'am cat.
Yeah, he's pretty smooth talker.
Oh yeah, with those eyes and that coat. Oh yeah, of course he is.
And she looks at the last card. And she looks back at Elle. This one is called the Vortex. It could be good or bad. But with the amount of bad cards you have here, it looks like is not a good symbol. This is like where everything comes from. Your dreams and your soul and chaos in the world. That's this card.
Okay.
And I'm afraid that something you do is, or something is gonna undo everything. Your whole life. It's like they're gonna take your soul. Oh.
That's assuming I have a soul, right? Right?
And Sabella's just very like calm and serious. She kind of laughs, but she just looks at her and she shakes her head. I don't know if I think I attract bad things, and I don't want you to get hurt. Like, and she kind of stops and catches herself and maybe like looks over to a picture on a bookshelf of her family.
Elle follows her eyes and then looks back at her. No, come on, dude. No. This is a mistake. And
she like gets up from the table and like goes and flips on the lights, and she's kind of pacing now.
Both of you make me a roll +0.
Oh god.
Oh, hold on. It was gonna take a second. I was staring at the car. I gotta get back in.
Sabella, when you stand up, when you had, if you had picked Babadook up, or maybe he was just still down at your feet, you notice, and then you can see from where they trailed in, little bloody cat paw prints, like he has walked through a puddle of something.
Oh my god. And she like picks him up and she instantly like starts checking him.
Yeah, he's fine, but you do see some now dried crusts, a little bit of some blood.
What?
That he's
What the
walked
fuck
through.
is this? Elle, do you see this? I think this is blood. This looks like blood.
Is it? I mean, why would there be blood on the floor? I mean, it's not coming from him, is it?
No, he's fine. He does
like,
nothing.
chases after him for a second to kind of.
Yeah, he is not liking this heightened energy.
Yes,
he was downstairs.
Go ahead.
He was downstairs. Would you?
I mean, where would he get it though? Like he was, like where?
I don't know. I'm gonna go check downstairs. I'm gonna go check.
All right. Let's go.
I mean, you don't have to come.
She's on your heels. She's already like pushing you. Like she's like, let's go.
Because of your roles, you both have this very uneasy feeling. You don't really maybe fear, but it almost seems kind of worse than that. Maybe it has something to do with the cards. I don't know.
Spell, do you have like a bat or like a heavy vase or anything like that?
I mean, I have this, and she like just pulls out a huge like switchblade from her pocket.
I mean, that works. I was thinking for my own safety, but I mean, that's dope too.
I got it.
Sabella, the 1962 greaser with the switchblade in her back pocket. I love it.
She thinks it's cool. She got it from a pawn store.
When you when you close down the downstairs, when you close the blue rose, or the rose as you called it, Do you have lights that you keep on? Do you turn everything off? What's it like down there?
Well, there's a lot of natural light, like from the street.
Right.
I would assume like a street lamp or something is probably outside of her building. So a lot of that light comes in through the windows. But she would leave a lamp or two on.
When you go downstairs, the street light must be out. There's no light coming in through the windows from the street light. You can still see outside. It's out. There's no light. Your lamps are also off.
What the fuck? And she goes to turn one of the lamps on. Like she knows the layout of her store, so she goes without tripping or falling or anything to turn on the lamps.
Oh, Elle like stubs a toe on like an end table or a bookshelf, and you just hear her go, "Oh fuck, son of a bitch!"
Yeah, the light won't come on.
Act like you've been here before.
Maybe the bulb is burnt.
Both of them?
Yeah.
If I tried both lamps?
Neither one comes on.
What the fuck? And she like checks the outlet and like plugs and replugs.
Maybe hey, Sebs, maybe the breaker blew or something like that. Like
the breaker blew when there was nothing going on down here.
I don't know.
What?
It's an old building. Shit happens in this town. We all know that. Like,
I mean, you're right.
Thank you.
And she like takes a breath and like goes and finds a lighter that she like lights her millions of candles downstairs with, and she just starts lighting a few.
Right.
Elle's got her one little lighter. You just see her slowly waving it back and forth.
The Bic.
Yeah, it's just like a little mini Bic, and she's just trying to make you feel better by like starting to slowly sing "We Are the Champions."
Oh my god, you're not helping. Do you see anything weird? And she's like looking in between like bookshelves and book casings.
About that time you
Curtis,
hear...
do I see anything weird?
You don't see anything weird. It's kind of dark and now flickery shadows because of the candlelight. You do hear some scratching at the back door.
Oh God, I think it's that stray cat, that feral cat. I don't think it's the nice one. I think it's the other one that everybody's like, stay away from that cat. It's crazy.
Well, you think it's bleeding?
Oh, you're talking about the cat with one
shit,
eye.
I hope not. Yeah.
There's this
of course,
like,
that cat.
dirty white cat that runs around Providence. It's only got one eye.
The one-eyed bandit. Yeah.
Marshmallow.
Do you go back to investigate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't have a bleeding cat outside my door.
Yeah.
Oh no, we have to save it.
Exactly.
When you are about
be mine.
halfway across the room to where the back door is, you realize that the scratching is coming from somewhere at the top of the door, not the bottom, where a cat would be.
What the?
And then it stops.
Wow, maybe it's a bird. Maybe it's a bird. Maybe it's just a big old bird that's caught.
I think you need to get back.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna fight whatever's out there? No.
I got this.
No, Isabella, bad idea.
Right then you hear bang, bang, bang on the door.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, I mean, like sits back and just says, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, Sabella also says, "Oh fuck," and she maybe screams a little bit because of the noise. Just like really spooks her. I think. And like she makes sure that the door is definitely locked.
Ella's not like on your shoulders, like kind of hunched behind you, but also like whispering, "I don't like that. I don't think we should.
I know.
I don't think it's
Stacy.
like
shut
okay.
Shh. it can hear us, obviously. If we're going to talk very loudly, it will hear, and it will know that we're in here. So what I need you to do is go to the back room, and we're going to get all the chairs and the table. We're going to clear off the table back there, and we're going to push it up against the door, okay?
Okay. She just like creeps back there, trying to be so quiet.
Yeah.
She's so worried her vans will squeak on the old floor, so she like pitter patters back.
Isabella is just like removing so much shit, this crystal ball, the books, the crystals, the candles, everything off of this table, the tablecloth, everything, and just like shoving it through the door.
Up against the back door?
Elle's just like got 2 chairs.
Yeah.
Right.
Isabella, maybe we should like call somebody. Like maybe we should call Daisy. She can come fucking kill him.
This
Yeah,
is
we're gonna call
where
someone,
I'm
we're gonna
going
call
to,
something.
Sabella, I'm going to pull a little hold on you with your keep it together move, because now with the cards that you've just read and this coincidence of stuff, your fear level is higher than you imagine it. Tap, tap, tap at the front glass.
What the actual fuck?
What? Did you hear that? Is that?
Well, we have to call someone. And I don't think Daisy can get here fast enough from her house. Who the fuck do we call?
I mean, we have to, like, this is real, right? Like, this is, I'm not fucking imagining this. Like, there's someone trying to get into this place.
Are they trying to get in? Are they trying to, like, kill us? Is it, like, some murderer? Is it...
Okay.
Did you piss off somebody recently?
No, I didn't piss off anyone. Okay, I have my phone. We're just gonna call the police. And obviously they know what to do in this situation, and we're just gonna hang out back here. And she pushes Elle into her back room, and she closes that door.
Like a storage room?
Obviously. Her back room. The
New Age room? It's like your mystical room? There's no windows.
Mystic room.
Yeah, there's no windows or anything in there, is there?
No windows, one door.
Yeah. The lights don't come on in there.
Did you pay the electric bill?
Of course I did. And she's like on the phone, and she shoves the lighter at Elle and gestures to the candles.
And she just like stares at you, and then she's like, oh, and then starts doing it.
And Sabella calls 911.
You're not getting a signal at the moment.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Elle turns around because she just thought of something, and she's like, fuck, it's Roy's night. It's Roy's fucking patrol night. It's gonna be that douchebag.
Okay, well, I'm not even getting a signal anyway, so I'm just gonna keep calling, and maybe if I stand over here and
what if we get you up higher? What if it's like a distance thing, like you gotta hold it up there?
There's a knock on the back room door.
Oh, you just see Elle. She immediately is like as far away from that door as possible, just staring at Sabella with ginormous brown eyes like, Jesus fucking Christ, this is where we die.
You're both staring at this front door. Sabella probably shaking her phone or something, continuing to try to get a signal. The wall and the door to this room bows in and then back out.
What the fuck?
You get a signal. 911, what's your emergency?
There's someone in my fucking store. Come now.
Please, dear God.
They're here, and they're in their store, and we're in the back room, and we need someone right fucking now.
All right, just remain calm. How many of them are there?
I don't fucking know. There was at least probably 3, because they're at the back door and the front door and now my door.
All right, we'll get somebody out there for you. I believe we've got a deputy in the area. Did you see their faces? Can you describe them?
No, I didn't see their faces. I didn't look at anything. I just heard the noises, the scratching and the banging, and there.
Yo, we don't have time for this shit. Can they just get somebody over here? And it's like cowering in the corner.
We've got somebody on the way. I need you to stay on the phone with me until he gets there.
Click.
Just Jesus Christ, is that gonna like add some urgency to their fucking assholes? Jesus Christ.
Stay back. And Sabella like pulls the switchblade again.
Oh my God, Sabella, please do not tell me you're about to try and go Rambo on these bitches and you have got a fucking knife.
No, it was.
They have on that side. They are bowing the door in.
Oh, it wasn't just the door. It was the door and the wall.
The wall.
Oh, fuck.
From,
I missed the wall
From
part.
corner to corner, the whole wall and door sort of just bowed in about 8 inches and then back out as if it breathed.
What the fuck is it? Clifford the Big Red Dog? Like, Jesus Christ.
Sabella is like tuning out Elle now. She is not responding, but she's just taking some deep breaths and she's like centering herself, focusing on herself. And she has just a white knuckle grip on that switchblade.
Oh, Elle is just motor mouthing behind her, just stupid shit. Just.
And her most clear and demanding voice, she shouts, "Go away!
Go away, that's the best you have.
Leave! No one wants you here. You are not welcome here. This is my space."
You hear this sound. It's like clicking, chittery kind of sound. Let's bring in Roy. Roy, you get the call to the Blue Rose, stalker, intruder. The caller hung up. They've not been able to get back in contact with the caller. They've tried, but they're not getting an answer. What do you do?
Do I still have those fucking meth heads in the back of my car?
No, we'll say this is after you have processed them and...
God damn it, Sibby. And he takes off in that direction.
When you get to town, at the corner of the street that the Blue Rose is on in Maine, there is the one of probably all of 5 streetlights that are in Providence. She has one on that corner. At one point in time, that was a main corner in this town when it was something. It's burnt out. So this block is dark. It is overcast tonight, so there's not a lot of natural light. But you don't see any vehicles upon first approach.
I've got the red and blues flashing on top. There's no siren, but I also have the floodlight shining out the passenger side as I pull up.
Why don't you make a roll for me?
Observe?
Yeah, perception. I was pulling it up. I was still looking at tarot cards.
Oh, that is not better than a 9.
No, but I will let you ask a couple questions. Or a question. If you'd like some insider
Do
info.
I see anything even remotely suspicious?
As you're driving up, your cherry lights pick up what looks like maybe a person who has ducked behind the building. Too big to be an animal.
He'll throw it in park, leave the lights on, but turn the car itself off and lock the doors because he's not stupid enough to leave his patrol car with the doors unlocked. He'll get out the mag light and call out at the voice or at the figure and shine the light in that direction. Hey, what are you doing back there?
There's no answer. You hear somebody kick a trash can or something. Trip over it, perhaps.
He just fucking lets out this deep sigh. Just that God damn it, I hate this fucking town sigh. And he'll start, like, is it an alley? Did they duck into an alley or something? What is it?
Yeah, it's like an alley that
Okay.
runs behind her building.
Okay, well, he'll keep the light in front of him and hand on the pistol on the side, still, of course, flips the button up and heads down.
When you come around the corner, you don't see anything. Trash cans are knocked over. 2 metal trash cans. The trash is scattered about. Doesn't look like it's been gone through. It just looks like it's gotten knocked over, kicked around. There's no wind. And then you
Fucking
hear
coons.
And then you hear screaming from inside the building.
Ah, shit, Sibby. I'm assuming there's a back door to the Rose.
Yeah, well, there's
Because he doesn't want.
Yeah, there's a back door.
He doesn't want to kick in the glass front door.
Right. No, in
But
fact,
he will absolutely kick in the back door.
it's actually open.
Oh.
See the trash cans, you shine the flashlight up, you notice that the back door is ajar.
How'd it
Well,
turn into a
that's-
jar? I thought it was a door.
That was a good one.
I told you magic was real.
That's a little more concerning to Roy, the fact that they're screaming inside, the trash cans have been knocked over, there was a shadowy figure, and that door is actually open. So he actually starts to take this seriously at that point. He pulls his gun. And he eases that door open. His light's still on. He's got the NCIS thing going on where he's got the gun pulled and he's
Right.
got his flashlight above the barrel.
Yeah. It was always my favorite part of the X-Files too when they did that. The lights were all out in the Blue Rose, at least on this floor. And then you notice a little bit of movement towards the storefront. Like through.
I mean, if I even hint at movement, that's where the flashlight goes.
Right. You see.
Yeah, you still hear Sabella from the back room. She's still yelling out commands.
Do I, Curtis? Do I hear that?
You hear their hysterics. And then you also see the flash of what appears to be some skinny person in jeans and a white t-shirt jump out of the light of your flashlight when you put it up and looked. Somewhere in the front store, there is a person.
He barks at him. He's like, hey, fuck you doing?
Is that you, Deputy Roy?
Okay, meta. Is that Enid's voice? Because that kind of sounds like Enid.
They all kind of sound like me. No. All of my whiny rednecks kind of sound the same. No, the voice is familiar to you, but you don't place the name just this moment. Although you're almost now 99% sure that this is some tweaker who has broken into her store looking to rob something, probably.
You goddamn right. Get the fuck out of here.
And this skinny kid, he was a kid, like teenager when you first ran into him. Now he's 20, 21. Skinny. Too skinny. Gaunt. Sores on his face. Teeth not doing so well. And he comes out looking scared and guilty. You gonna arrest me? I won't do it no more. I was just, getting sick and hurting.
Listen, you want me to take you in?
Oh, no. I'll go home. I'll go home.
Listen, if you're breaking into Sibby's place, maybe home ain't the best place for you. All right? I don't want to be a fucking social worker right now, but I will put you in my car and take you someplace where they can take care of you. All right?
I just go home is what I'd like to do. If it's all right with you, I promise I won't break in no more. You don't have to take me nowhere, Deputy. I'll get sick.
Why the fuck you break in here in the first place? Huh?
She's got books and stuff. I thought maybe I could sell them.
Books ain't worth shit. What the fuck are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here. God damn.
Well, the lady at the Quickie Mart said she had a Stephen King book in here that was worth millions.
Meta, what's her name again? The Quickie Mart lady. I honestly can't remember, and I didn't put it in my notes. So.
That is Lacey.
Lacey, that's
Graves.
right. I couldn't remember if it was Lacey or Lucy.
Lucy's my grandma.
Oh, wholesome.
You know Lacey talking out both sides of her mouth. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, I will. And he kind of gets this weird look, and he reaches up and like pulls out one of his teeth. Oh. I'll go. And then he runs past you.
And Roy yells at him, "Boy, you need to get off that crank."
You hear him yell something inaudible as he's obviously flying away. The girls are still yelling.
Roy puts his sidearm back in the holster and buttons it back up again. He's still got the flashlight out, of course, and he's trying to find where they're screaming from.
Yeah, so you see...
And he's just like yelling out, hey, cut it out! Cut it out!
Following the sounds, you can find the door to Sabella's back room. We need a name for that room. And Sabella and Elliot can now hear Officer or Deputy Applebaum yelling at you from your store front.
Wait. Is that Officer Douchebag? Is he here? Did he actually save the day for once?
Sabi, who you got in there with you?
She just still has the knife in front of her, and she's like, she's not shaking, but she's not doing okay.
Hey, are you okay? And she like comes towards you a little bit. Like most of the urgency has now left her as she hears Roy's voice.
What if it's not him? What if they want us to think that this is him, but it's not him. What if I?
What are you? Hey, what's going on? What are you talking about?
And she just like holds her head and just takes more breaths.
Hey, whoa, hey, no, it's okay, it's okay. And like Elle like puts her hand on your shoulder. It's probably just Roy. Like it was probably just some douchebag like fucking with us, you know?
What the fuck are you two muttering about in there? Let me in.
That for sure sounds like Deputy Douchebag to me.
And she just like swings the door open, still having the knife in her hand, like ready, just in case.
Jesus, Sibby, you're gonna stab me, I'm gonna have to shoot you. And I actually like this place.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh.
And she like closes her knife and puts it back in her pocket.
Elle quickly removes her hand and stuffs it into her jean pockets.
You scared me half to death. I thought you were. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
A psycho murderer?
Did you see the thing?
It's that fucking tweaker that lives 3 blocks down on Elm.
Carl.
The little skinny
Carl.
one, Carl?
Yeah.
It was.
There's no way that was fucking Carl. You gotta be shitting me. You're shitting me, right?
He pulled out his fucking tooth. You want me to do a DNA test on it?
No, that's
There
disgusting.
There were more than just one person. Did you do an entire sweep of the whole place? Like, did you see more than one person?
Oh, you want me to go looking in your bedroom upstairs, Sibby? Is that what you're telling me?
Don't be
No,
a
you
dick.
fucking pervert. That's not what I'm asking. I'm saying, did you check the front? Did you check in the shop?
Listen, I pulled up. Your fucking light out there is still busted. There weren't nobody out front. I saw movement. I followed around. It was fucking Carl. He'd come in your back door somehow. You need to lock that shit, Sibby. You know that.
Did he cut the power to the place too? What the shit?
Wait, power's out?
Carl's not smart enough.
And
to
he
cut the
reaches
power
over and
line.
starts flipping the light switch.
Yeah, nothing seems to be working.
Howard is
Sibby,
out.
you pay your electric bill.
Oh my god, why do people keep asking me that? Yes, I am
mean,
a
you can't be
responsible
taking in
business
all
owner.
that much money around here. Come on now.
You guys,
Got it.
you guys do come out of the room to talk to Officer or
Yeah.
Deputy Applebaum, right?
Oh yeah, because
Yes.
Elle is now moving past the two of them to go find the breaker box.
Yeah.
You're moving past the two of them to find the breaker box?
Yes,
Is that what you said?
with my lighter,
Where do
my
you
little
keep
bit.
Where do you keep the breaker box at, Sabella?
That's a great question.
Let's say it's behind a panel in the kitchen. The kitchen's downstairs, right? Don't you have the kitchen on the store level? It's upstairs?
It's upstairs. Her whole house is on the upstairs, and then her whole store is on the
No,
downstairs.
I had a completely different picture of it in my head. That's okay. So in that case, your fuse box would be in your storage room.
Okay.
And the building is too old. It's not an actual breaker box. It's the screw-in fuses.
Of course it is.
Oh, of course. Not that Elle is gonna know anything about how to work this box, but she's gonna go smack something until something happens, and that's her whole plan. As she starts marching towards the storage room with her lighter in one hand and a determined look on her face in the other one.
Jesus.
Also,
Yes.
Mm.
and I hesitate to mention this, but it smells like a fucking fish concert in here.
I don't know what you're talking about, but keep your nose to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Maybe you should stop having girls in the backseat of your cop car that are nasty, bro.
That's the words that you hear as Elliot goes into the storeroom. Elliot, when you go into the storeroom, someone grabs you from behind, puts one hand on your forehead, and you feel the blade of a knife against your throat.
She barely has time to squeal.
The end of that sentence cut off kind of funny, Officer Roy. Her insult. You're a cop. You would have picked up on that.
He instinctively reaches down and flips the button up on the strap that keeps his sidearm again and pulls it out of the holster.
What the fuck was that?
Shh.
What the fuck are you gonna do with that?
Elliot, what do you do?
Oh, she's just petrified. She just is like standing there, like the lighter has dropped out of her hands and she's just holding them up like any other hostage would.
He starts to walk you out of the storeroom.
Elle?
The other two hear the lighter drop. And then as you are both looking towards that and you say L, you start to see this dark shape come out of the doorway. And Deputy Roy, you realize that it is...
Flashlight's on it.
Yeah, it's Carl's cousin.
Marl.
Merle. We'll go with Merle. Merle and Carl. Now we're ripping off The Walking Dead. Yeah, names on the fly. So yeah, you see that there is yet another tweaker in this place. And it has a knife to Elliot's throat.
The sidearm is, of course, trained on him. And flashlight's still, right on top. Aimed directly at them.
Oh my god, you're gonna shoot her.
Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up, City.
Alice literally just staring at your gun with this look on her face like, are you a fucking idiot?
Put your gun down.
Shut the fuck up, Sibby. Merle. Fuck are you doing?
How do you know my name?
You're fucking Carl's cut. God, everybody knows everybody in this goddamn town.
How do you know Carl?
Jesus fucking Christ. Merle,
Wait,
put the
Merle?
goddamn knife down.
How tall is Merle?
He's just maybe a couple inches taller than you.
So my head would be like teeth height ish.
Mhm. Yeah.
Hmm.
You want to do
Interesting.
something?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as she hears that it's Merle, she's like, oh, it's just another fucking tweaker. Like, okay. And then she's like not trusting of our lovely Deputy Roy here to really get her out of the situation. So she
Really?
looks at Sabella and hopes to catch her eye, and she kind of does a little head nod to see, like, is this going to work? In her expert opinion.
Sabella like nods and just gives like one nod. And she's like, Merle, you better fucking let her loose.
He's shaking, obviously psychotic at this moment. Maybe it's drug influenced, drug psychosis. Don't know.
You
He
hear
doesn't-
me?
He doesn't seem rational, wide-eyed.
Something bad's gonna happen if you don't let her go right in the fucking now.
Merle, drop that fucking knife, all right?
Elliot slams her head back into his, like right into his jaw and his mouth as hard as she possibly can.
That's about the moment, Roy, as you were seeing, you sort of see this look in Merle's face of not giving up, but some sort of, he's going to make his move, and he flexes, and he's going to do it. And it's the same moment that Elliot goes back with her head to bust him in the teeth. Make a violence roll. Elliot?
I'm going to try real hard. Oh, shit.
I tell you that, Roy, because, there's seconds of moments. You have some trained profession. You can see what's happening. Elliot does his thing. So if there was a move that you wanted to make, she's going to provide you the opportunity. And she rolled a 7.
Under a 9.
You...
Not quite a 9.
No, it's
Said I was a good fighter. I'm just like to scrap.
Why don't you roll endure injury for me?
I see it. Oh my god,
Oh,
what the hell is happening? This
that's-
is not fair.
Precisely
Oh,
a
no.
9.
All right, Roy, it's going to be your turn. You see Elliot go back with her head. You do see some teeth fly from Merle, and he sort of loses a moment with his knife, doesn't get his kill. However, Elliot, you do that, and you think you've achieved your purpose, but it feels like maybe you've got a tooth stuck in the back of your head. And knowing what Merle's teeth look like, you may want to get that looked at.
That's going to get infected.
He does sort of stumble, maybe just a half a step. And if there was a moment to do something, Roy, this is your moment.
Oh yeah, he's taking a shot, center mass. I don't know that it will matter though, cause believe it or not, I have a really bad violence number.
Why?
So
Why
do
do you always have a bad violence number?
I'm not a violent person.
I'm not used to having bad violence numbers.
That's all right. It's not so much a bad shot, Roy, is that you have to unload your weapon into this man. He doesn't go down with the first bullet. In fact, he shoves Elliot to the ground. As you are firing, he is still coming towards you. And it's only when you hit your last bullet that Merle falls to the floor with a thud.
Elliot just starts going,
Fucking
oh,
Christ.
oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Roy shoves the sidearm back in his holster and rushes over to Elliot. Listen, kid, you all right?
Oh my god, am I okay? That motherfucker. And she's like trying to find where this tooth is at. And she's just digging through curly brown hair, just trying to get through to it. And you
What
can
the
tell
fuck are
she's
you
like,
grabbing at? And he's like
Did he-
pushing her
puking.
face aside to check her neck and make sure she
God
wasn't
damn
cut
it,
at
Roy.
all.
Jesus Christ. It's not my neck, you fucking idiot. I swear to God.
You're welcome. I'm glad your neck's not been fucking sliced into goddamn baloney right
His
now.
motherfucking tooth is in my hair, bitch.
At
She's,
least his
like,
fucking
spinning
knife
around.
isn't
My
in your
God.
fucking neck. Jesus, I hate you both. God damn.
You can see her gag a little bit.
Shit.
She's like, get it out, get it out. Oh my God, get it the fuck out,
Hold
get it.
still, just hold still. Calm the fuck down. And she grabs her hands and puts her in her hands. Roy, fucking check her head. Get the fucking tooth out.
He'll shine the flashlight at the back of her head.
Yeah, she's got a pretty nice little laceration going on back there, and you do see this sort of a half tooth, really. It's like missing a third of it along this
I'm gonna throw
broken
up.
black
I'm gonna
edge.
actually throw up.
Oh, that's
It's so
that's
gross.
that's fucking. You're
Oh my
gonna
God,
you're
that
gonna
is-
want to get that.
Roy, get it the
You
fuck
should
we
out.
don't
you
need
should
any-
get some antibiotics.
Get
Is
it
what I'm
out.
getting at.
Get it out
Okay.
of
Hey,
my
calm
head.
down. Hang on.
And she's
Maybe-
just staring
maybe-
right into
maybe-
Sabella's eyes like, please help me.
Maybe take a deep breath.
Okay.
And he just like tries to get a semblance of a grip on it and just rip it out.
Yeah, it comes out with not a lot of resistance, a little.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh my God. Oh my
Oh,
God.
Looks like whatever was wrong with your fuse box is fixed. Your lights just came back on.
Sibby, you got a first aid kit or anything? Jesus
Yeah,
fucking Christ.
I'll take care of her.
What the
I got
fuck?
something
What
upstairs.
the fuck? And you just see
Let's
Elliot staring at the body and just in her own
let's
world.
get you patched up, and then Roy, I hate asking you to do things because of how incompetent you are,
Oh, shut
but
the
would
fuck
you
up.
mind hanging out for a minute and
Oh, That is not a request
home.
that you get to make. I have to now.
You're muted.
What?
Who's muted?
What?
Oh, why can't I hear anything? Can I hear anything?
What?
What?
Krista.
Can you hear anything?
Sabella?
Did your frickin' thing get unplugged again?
Oh, Sabella.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
Shit.
Did your headset get unplugged
No,
by chance?
there's these fancy buttons here.
Oh.
Dang, that does look like fancy buttons.
She's got an inline mute button. See, that's one of those microphone mutes I was telling you guys about.
Yeah.
A
sat
couple
on it.
A couple of
What
questions as we wrap this scene up. I'm curious, Roy, how do you call this in?
I mean, he was called here through dispatch, so he gets on his radio, calls into dispatch, and gives them the code for send an ambulance and a body bag.
So you're straight up shooting. Very good.
Yep.
Who went to go get the first aid stuff?
Me.
Where do you keep your first aid stuff? Are you like just going to the bathroom medicine cabinet?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah, I don't have a first aid kit. I got a box of Band-Aids and some triple antibiotic ointment.
When you go into the bathroom to get this, there is a puddle of blood
Oh, fuck.
on the floor with little cat paws through it.
She calls for Babadook again.
Yeah. He'll come running down.
Okay. God, I just cannot have anything happen to this cat. So she's like relieved for a second, but then whose fucking blood is this? What?
Seems like quite a bit too. Elliot,
Oh, God.
how are you feeling right now?
Nauseous, very, very fucking nauseous between the tooth in the head and the fact that the tweaker on the floor is dead and she almost died. And
That
pretty catastrophic.
that scared feeling that you had when this all started to happen sort of comes back over you again in some strange, weird, intuitive way. And you look up, you can see where the door to Sabella's back room is. And you can almost see the wall flex again just a little bit. Maybe it's just your imagination. Maybe it's the fear. I don't know. But you see something. You can hear Officer Applebaum, Deputy Applebaum. Sorry, Roy, I'll get it right. Calling the radio in. Sabella's looking at the blood. Mysteries abound. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Son
Yay.
of a bitch.
Oof.
Son of a bitch.
Ooh,
Ooh, fun stuff. Excellent.
spooky.
Thank you, players,
Oh my God.
for having this fun night for me. We planned this as almost kind of a little one-off. I really enjoyed it. I said, I just want to do something spooky with the girls and then have Roy come kill him. So we did that.
We did that.
Thank
We did
you.
do that.
Yes, thanks everyone for coming out to watch Heartland this evening on the KULT channel. Thank you to my wonderful cast for doing a fantastic job role-playing these wonderful characters and creating this story with me. Let's go around the table for any reaction you have to tonight's game. If you have one, something, I want to hear something that you hope for in the future for your character, or something you might like to find out or see, if you have something off the top of your head. And of course, tell the audience where to follow you and why they should. Let's start with Erica.
Hola! My name is Eric Moore. You can find me on the social medias at EricaNMoore97. You can also find me on our Discord. Yep, we have a Discord. Get your ass over there and come hang out with us because we're pretty cool and awesome. Also follow TTRPC on Twitter and Facebook because we have those things too so that you know what the fuck is going on at all times. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on half the time in this game because Curtis is a douchebag, but it's of the greatest kind.
I just read it. Duke's doing the damage.
I know.
All Duke's fault.
Is there anything that you'd like to find out about Elliot? Or have Elliot find out about something else?
Well, I look forward to Roy and Elliot having a lovely heart-to-heart about why she doesn't like him so much and has no respect for him. Oh. I'd like to know what's going to come from this attempted murder and the horrible infection I'm going to get from the tooth in my head.
No, I have triple antibiotic ointment. You'll be fine.
I really want to see what Daisy's going to do, knowing that your shop got broken into.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure there's going to be some other catastrophic, lovely best friend moments.
Well, yeah, if the rumor of the Stephen King book starts circulating the tweaker community, this may not be your only visit.
We're so fucked. And I'd love to revisit the card conversation that we didn't get to finish happening because something else started happening. So the spooky cards started being spooky, and that'll be a conversation for another day.
Excellent. Let's go next door because there's a kitty in that window.
No.
All right, Chris. Do you have any hopes for the future? Any reaction? And then tell the fans all about you and your cats.
I just want Roy to be respected in this community as the wonderful public servant that he clearly is. He cares about this community, darn it.
That's not so much to ask, I don't think.
I don't think so.
I like that.
He just needs the respect that he is owed. You can find me on Twitter at ChrisStoneCypher. You can find Mew Jackman here at The Greatest Meowman on Instagram. His sister, I believe, is still behind me. I don't know.
Yep, there she is.
Her. Oh, she's gone.
Yep, she's still back there.
What a ham.
Yeah, they both make appearances on The Greatest Meowman on Instagram. Definitely check out the TTRP Theater Discord. We kind of produce a lot of the shows here on KULT Divinity Lost's Twitch channel, and we've got so much cool stuff going on right now and coming up here in the future. I cannot wait for the Penny for a Tale space cult game that's coming up soon. It's it's gonna be so freaking cool. Check out TTRP Theater's Patreon. If you can pay us to do really cool things, we will be able to do more cool things. And since Jaylee is not here to be able to boost it a little bit, we've got 4 PCs and a podcast, a Dungeon World actual play coming very soon. The first episode has had its final touches put onto it, and we have passed off the second episode to get those final touches, and I get to start doing the rough cut of episode 3 in the coming weeks. So that's going to be very, very fun. That show is amazing.
Getting closer,
Krista, Curtis, and I are all in it, along with actually the voice from that teaser for Space Cult, Rashid. So you're definitely going to want to check that out when we actually get our stuff out to you. And that's all I got.
Very soon. Of course, we've been saying very soon for a long time, but we're actually there. And it's with the help of you people from Patreon and stuff that we've been able to do that. So that support is greatly appreciated. And of course, last but certainly not least, the proprietor of the Blue Rose, Sabella.
Yes, hi, hello. It's me, Krista. Wow, what do I hope for?
Or want, or curious about?
I really hope Sabella, first of all, I hope she finds whatever spookiness that she thinks is going to destroy Elle's life. I think she believes that wholeheartedly, that something is definitely going to come after her, or that if Elle keeps hanging around with Sabella, Sabella's going to bring some bad spooky juju onto her, and she definitely doesn't want that. So ideally, she would like to get rid of that.
Hashtag goals.
For the future. Exercise a demon or some shit. I don't know.
What? It's a possibility. You might be able to make that dream come true for you.
You can find me on Instagram at Chris the Barista. You can also find me, why would you want to though, on the Twitters at, I think it's just Christa with a whole bunch of E's. It's pretty obnoxious. That should be a deterrent. Don't follow me on Twitter, y'all. But you still do. I got a follower today, I'm pretty sure. And I was like,
get
what?
You more.
Oh my gosh.
That's your fan page then. And it's Krista with like 4 E's and then what is that? ST and then a
underscore.
Space. Yeah, underscore and then an A.
And an A.
It's in the she was tagged in the tweets.
You'll
for the
find
Heartland,
it.
so
If you really want to find it, you'll find it. I believe in you. But again, why would you want to?
She may never read anything that you put there, but it's there.
It's there.
Awesome. Thanks again to all of my players. You guys were wonderful tonight. Thanks again to the audience. My name is Curtis, Old Curtis VO on the Twitter. I guess I should put that out there too. And I am the Twitch director and media producer for Helmgast and the KULT channel. And I'm also the executive director here at TTRP Theater that produces all of this and so much more, as Chris alluded to. So if you want to find out about that stuff, go to ttrptheater.com. All the info is there. Thank you, Helmgast, for this amazing game. If any of our viewers out there would like to start playing KULT on your own at home with your friends, check out KULTDivinityLost.com for a pile of free resources, starter scenarios, and more. You can even get the guide on how to read these tarot cards is there for free. Be kind to each other, and please, 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 please make a plan to vote and vote. This is a make or break election for our democracy as we know it. Thanks again, everyone. Good night. Sweet dreams. And we love you. Say it.
Good night.
Sweet dreams.
Good night, sweet dreams, and we love you.
We do. Do we want to run that promo again? Let's run the promo.
Yup.
Dude,
Sure.
please.
No
Definitely.
matter how many ships bear our insignia, no matter how many stations we service, no matter the price for our research, we couldn't flourish in our solar system like we do today without the pride, the professionalism, and the sacrifice of the people who make it all work. And those people can be you. To us, you are Accordion Solutions. You will be foundational to our progress and help humankind's next step forward. So, apply now and help usher in our brightest future with a tour to Miranda, the frontier of scientific achievement. The smallest efforts go a long way.
Apply to become part of our weekly online role-playing game. We will use the KULT RPG system, but applicants do not need previous KULT experience. It will be a horror adventure, so applicants should be aware that the game may include classic horror elements like blood, gore, murder, etc. It will stream live on Twitch weekly, so applicants should have, at minimum, a basic microphone and camera, as well as an expectation to show regularly. If interested, contact Mitchell Wallace at mitch@helmgast.se. That's Mitch at HELMGAST.se.